channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hello, nice to see you again. And if you don't know who I am Kaylin Diane, but you can call me Kaylin. And while you're here, you might as well just join the family. I mean, you already watching, so why not? First off, it is Friday, so thank the Lord. How are you guys feeling on this Friday? I am feeling amazing on this Friday. I went to the doctor last week and found out that I had freaking strep throat. I was feeling horrible and they had me on antibiotics and stuff like that, and today is my last day taking the medication, so I am super stoked about that because I feel so much better like now that I'm not in pain and stuff like that. But medication do have side effects, and I've just been feeling real tired, bloated, just like, you know, every medication or whatever have different side effects, and this is my first time ever like really having to take like prescription type of medicine for something. So I'm just glad that today is the last day that I have to do that. So I'm feeling great. And throughout this whole little just week of just me being home kind of like by myself, I've just been like, you know, taking time to just think about myself and like think about like my feelings and thoughts into these phases where I just don't feel like myself, and it's completely normal, which kind of sparked today's video. So I asked you guys to leave some topics and stuff that you guys might want to talk about, things that we can discuss together, and anything that y'all didn't add in that I wanted to touch up on, I just added in myself. I'm going to be going into sections because it's kind of a lot, and the things that were written down are kind of just like are things that you have to kind of like, you know, break down a little bit because there can always be different aspects. And me, I will touch on any aspect if you allow me to, so I'm gonna try my best not to talk so much and be so irritating. I posted this on my Instagram. If you didn't get the chance to say something on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, so when I post stuff like this you'll be able to see it. The first thing someone said is like how to deal with fake people. Personally, I don't think there's a such thing as dealing with fake people. I feel like it takes most people a long time to kind of realize when they're dealing with someone fake, especially like when sometimes the closest people to you are the fakest to you, and you never know. Identify what it is that they're doing to you that may make you feel like they're fake or anything like that. It's not really hard for me, at least, to tell when someone is fake. I have this natural thing about myself where I can observe kind of like energy. I'm a big person on energy and like observation and stuff like that, so it's not really hard for me to tell. If you do come across someone that's fake, whether that's a friend, a family member, someone that you're not even really close with, but how to deal with fake people, I honestly don't believe in dealing with fake people. You don't have to deal with fake people if they're not, especially if someone isn't influencing your life or benefiting your life in any kind of way. You don't have to deal with them. There's nothing in this world that's telling you, oh, I have to deal with you. Even though you fake and you're not doing nothing for me, I have to still deal with you. There's no law, no rule, no book that says anything like that. As you progress and get older, it's a lot of stuff that you're not going to be able to take. It's certain stuff that you're just gonna not be able to like deal with, or certain stuff that you shouldn't have to deal with. It's telling a friend how to be a friend. You shouldn't be still doing that. If you're in a relationship, telling your boyfriend, your girlfriend how to be a boyfriend or girlfriend, you shouldn't be doing that either. Telling family how to be a family member or how to be supportive, you shouldn't be having to do that. Especially if it's something like really detrimental or something that's like really serious. I would say get that person out of the picture as soon as possible, as soon as you can. You get tired. Like, no one's gonna keep dealing with someone who's fake. It's like I said, especially if they're not benefiting your life and stuff like that, don't deal with them. The moment that you notice that they own some weird junk, stop talking to them, stop messing with them. That's just really all it is. I'm gonna try my best to make each topic short and sweet because, like I said, I can go on and on and on. Someone said cycles, heartbreak, and losing friends. I'm guessing when she says cycles, she means like girl cycles. Girls, take care of yourself on your cycle. Take time for yourself on your cycle, and I mean like mentally and physically. Definitely physically, because you don't want to be walking around smelling like a fish tank. Take pads or whatever. If you use tampons, that's up to you, but I use pads and just take care of myself. I use unscented Dove. I use that whether I'm on my cycle or not, just because it's really like sensitive to the skin, prone to the skin, and just it works good for me. So just find products and stuff that's good for you. drink a lot of water. You should be drinking water anyway. You shouldn't be going a day without drinking some kind of water. If you do, I don't know what's going on with you, girl. You need to get that together. Drink water, get rest, and that's for physical. Mental, really take time for yourself, because on your cycle you get really freaking emotional and you start going through stuff and just start feeling emotions that you never really felt before, and it's normal. It's something that girls go through. Do what you got to do, take care of yourself, and yeah, it'll be over before you know it. I mean, I like my cycle honestly, because your cycle gives your body the time to cleanse. And when people be saying that they be taking pills and stuff not to get a cycle, I want to get my cycle. Like, I want to feel clean. Like, cleansing your cycle is when you're cleansed. Take medicine. There's Advil gels, ibuprofens, anything to help with like cramps and stuff. You can use heating pads. Drink a lot of tea. I drink a lot of tea. And I take goody powders, but them powders be so nasty. Like, they be real nasty. So like, if you're tired of that, just take the Advil liquid gels. That's what I was taking when I had strep, and it works in like less than freaking 5 minutes. I kid you not, it works really quick. Heartbreak. Now this subject right here can happen really at any age, especially like in society. They be like, oh, you're too young to be heartbroken, you're too young to feel this way, you're too young to feel that way. Honestly, a heartbreak can happen at any time you get your emotions or feelings or love involved, and I'm speaking from personal experience. Heartbreak don't have to just be relationships, friendships. Heartbreak can be a way that you're feeling personally. Is if it's something talking specifically on relationships, take time for yourself. Honestly, that's the best thing that you can do. Realize what it is that's like really bothering you and accept your emotions, because the worst thing that you can do during a heartbreak or any type of like emotional state that you're in is try to rush yourself to get over it. It's better to deal with something, process it, and let it be that, than to force yourself to get over it and you're still not mentally over it, if that makes sense. Grasp all of that emotion. Give yourself the leniency to feel everything that you feel. That way you're not dealing with it later, you know. Heartbreaks also should be a lesson learned. So whether it's like relationships, friendships, like I said, family, the way that you feel in a heartbreak is freaking true emotions. And honestly, no one can really tell you how to feel in a heartbreak. No one can tell you when you should be getting over a heartbreak, and like I said, no one can tell you when you can experience one, because it's whenever you decide to get your emotions, feelings, or you know, love involved. Like I said, grasp those emotions, because the way that you're feeling is real. Don't think, oh, it's just a phase, like maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm bad. The way that you feel in a heartbreak should honestly teach you about yourself. Never takes things like that lightly or not serious. Losing friends. What we have to realize, and what people in our generation definitely have to realize, is that people are going to come and go. There's people that I've been friends with since forever that I've realized, like, I just don't even see you the same anymore. And honestly, it happens. Growth happens. Like, outgrowing people happens. Like, everyone takes a time out in their life where they kind of just get tired of the same stuff, kind of get tired of the same emotions, same people around them, especially if it's meaning no good. Like, you're gonna lose friends. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come to a point where you don't talk to a lot of people, and sometimes that's what it has to be. Half of the time, the people that you lose, you're losing for a reason. And whether it's a small falling out, whether it's something that's continuous, it's best to just not try to dwell on it as much. This is coming from a person who have been through the ringer with friends, who have been through like a whole bunch of situations with friends, fake friends, unsupportive friends, toxic friends. I've been through the ringer with it, so it's kind of easier for me to talk about it. Like I said, it's probably easier said than done. You're gonna experience a whole bunch of stuff. You're gonna experience a whole bunch of stuff about the people that you're around. I sit now to this day and I talk to people that I used to be cool with, or people that I could have sworn I was gonna be besties with, gonna be real close with, and it's like the conversation ain't even the same. Like, the stuff that we're talking about is stuff that we talked about years ago. Each aspect and anything that you go through in life teaches you about yourself. So yes, losing friends, it happens. And if it does happen, pick yourself up, get to a point where you enjoy your own company. Think about like the stuff that you like, stuff that you like to do, stuff you know that interests you, and stuff that's bringing you success or any type of progression, and focus more on that rather than trying to keep people around who don't really need to be around you. Toxic relationships and getting over breakups. There's different meanings of toxic in different aspects. I personally I haven't really had a whole bunch of relationships, but I have had one, and I mean, you can consider it toxic and stuff like that. Nothing is cute or attractive or appeasing about being toxic. I feel like this society definitely normalized toxic everything, toxic friendships, toxic relationships. Like, toxicness sometimes comes from loneliness. Like, you just get used to that person, you get used to dealing with it, you get used to whatever it is. So I would say with toxic relationships, think about it. Like, am I really happy with this person, or like, is this just something that I'm used to? When you are around them, how are you feeling? How is your gestures? Like, how are you acting? Are you happy? Are they making you more sad than they are happy? Are they, you know, really hard to tell when something is toxic. It's just realizing when you need to get out of it, or realizing is this something that you want to keep in your life or not. As far as getting over breakups, no one can tell you when you need to get over somebody, and I don't care what nobody say, whether this person is dragging you through the ringer, hurting you. You're gonna get over something when you're like mentally ready to get over it. You're mentally exhausted, mentally drained, mentally tired of dealing with the same stuff, whether that's cheating, lying, manipulation, anything that you know, receiving the bare minimum. Whatever it is, you're not going to get over it until you're mentally ready. So please never let anybody try to tell you how to feel about something, or try to tell you how you should feel or when you should be letting something go, because everyone has different feelings, everyone has different meanings, and the way someone feels about someone may be different than how you feel about them. Especially with relationships, never let no outside person get in your ear about anybody that you're messing with. Honestly, if you're really true to that person, no one's in that relationship, no one's dealing with that relationship but you. No one's dealing with the attitudes, the hurt, the heartbreak, the arguments, the toxicness but you. So no one should be telling you how you need to deal with it. I just feel like a lot of that is mind your business. Mind your business. If you're not the one dealing with whatever they're going through, then I don't understand why it bothers you so much. Love is like a real thing. It makes us do crazy things sometimes, and like I said, until you're ready to get over it, you're gonna keep dealing with it, and that's something that you personally have to be tired of. Insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, and the best thing that I can say, because I deal with my own insecurities, I don't know a human who doesn't, learning self-love. Honestly, there's gonna be stuff that you don't like about yourself. Look in the mirror and be like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like the way my nose look. I don't like the way my eyes look. I don't like my hair. A lot of the times, insecurities are influenced by the things that we say about ourselves, or the way that we view ourselves. Half of the time, the stuff that we be tripping about, nobody else is worried about. We're just worried about it ourselves because that's something that's bothering us. Insecurities can also play a big part on how you reflect other people. I have had experience with people who are, and I've had my own insecurities, and probably reflect that on other people as well. You react in a different mental, a different mood, all of it because of things that you're telling your own self. Stop caring. Stop caring how you're always viewed. Stop caring what you think other people are gonna think. Stop being around people who are influencing your insecurities and making you feel insecure, because a lot of the time the people that you're around will know that you're insecure about something, or they'll know that you're lacking in something, and they're gonna keep jabbing at it, and you're not gonna take it as nothing light, because it's just like, you know, dang, they just picking on me, but like, that really hurt my feelings, you know, that really made me feel some type of way. So the best thing that I learned to do as far as insecurities is stop caring. Literally stop caring. Laugh at it. Like, some stuff we just can't control, and I've been going through this little thing where I've kind of been not focusing so much on things that I cannot control, because it's gonna drive you crazy. Mental health. Mental health is so important. A way that I think we can influence and improve our mental health is honestly learning about yourself. You can't really try to improve something or work with something or learn how to like finesse something that you don't really know about. The best thing I would say for your mental health is do whatever it is that's influencing you in a positive way. Do whatever it is that's keeping you happy, making you happy. More life. I'm saying it again, more life. Like, it's more to life than the things that we are subjected to now. And your mental health, if you don't have anything, make sure your mental is okay. We go through so much in life, so many different things, so much heartbreak, so much hurt, to not be happy. And figure out the things that's hurting you. Figure out some things that you lack. Like for me, anxiety, depression, overthinking, things like that. Once you learn about yourself, you'll learn more how to finesse it and how to help it to be better. Because once I learned, like, oh, I have a big problem with overthinking and anxiety. Like when I go through something or something, I'm just like, okay, now I know how to deal with it. Now I know what it is. But like I said, in order to do that, you have to learn about yourself. Take time for yourself. When you're sad, like I said, grasp those emotions. Give yourself the leniency to learn about yourself, because it's completely important. If you don't learn nothing about yourself and don't have your mental health up to par, it's going to be hard for you to try to talk to other people, like interact with people as a whole. You're not really even finna know how to interact with yourself. The next thing is feminine hygiene. I kind of already touched on menstrual cycles and stuff like that. Carry smell goods wherever you go. Deodorants, spray on deodorants. I like spray on deodorants better. I need to go to the store and get some more because I have this thing under my arms where it's like, black girls get it a lot. It's like discoloration. Like, I don't like the stick on deodorant staying on my like armpits. It's just really hard to like wash off and stuff like that. I mean, if I don't have nothing else, obviously I'm gonna use it, but like, you can get spray on deodorants. Like I said, Dove unscented, I use that a lot. Keep hand lotion, perfumes, just stuff to like influence yourself. Always drink water. Get into skincare. I do want to do an updated skincare routine because I haven't did one in the longest, and I think I did, but then I removed it. When you sweat, make sure that you're taking showers. You can keep like baby wipes and stuff with you to wipe your body whenever you know, don't feel well. How to be more confident. First, learn yourself, which we already talked about this. Way that you can feel more confident, well, with me, was getting into stuff that I really like to do. So if you want to feel more confident, like physically, like the way that you may come off, like your appearance, you can find different hairstyles and stuff that make you feel good. Or if you have like I used to suffer really bad from bad skin, like especially in like elementary and stuff, middle school, they used to call me Bumpy Road. They used to make fun of me bad about my acne. I started getting into skincare and stuff like that. Same people who used to talk about my skin and my acne be the same ones asking me what I use for my skin nowadays. So just find stuff that enhances you, like, you know, little hairstyles and stuff like that. Take time to just figure out stuff that make you feel good. I want to film a video.
No. You recording right now?
Yes. Like I was saying, when you have people around you who like envy the way that you carry yourself or your confidence and stuff like that, they will do whatever it is to break down your confidence and not make you feel confident. Also, don't let people break down your freaking confidence. You think you that freaking female, you're that freaking female. You think you that guy, you're that guy. And nobody can't tell you how to feel about yourself. Once you learn that aura and get that feeling about yourself, the way that you carry yourself, sometimes when you're just walking in, just the fact that you sitting up, prepping up yourself, you know, that makes people feel some type of way, as they freaking should, because you're that girl, you're that guy. Instead of looking at it, like I said, be positive. You see someone pretty, or you think some girl on her junk, and that's exactly how I am. I feel like some girl on her junk or whatever, I'm like, oh, you bad, like, you pretty, girl, like, I want to be friends. I'm not looking at it as like, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody. That's really all it is. The way that you feel, insecurities, confidence and stuff like that plays a big part in the way that you think. Once you gain that confidence with yourself, you're gonna be like oh, you cute, girl, and so am I. Like, let's be freaking friends. Like, when I be seeing girls on their junk, I'll be like, yes, like, I like you, let's be friends. Like, what are you saying? Why are we not friends right now? No, I just like people who just, you know, have a good feeling. No one wants to be around people who like are draining people with their insecurities. And you know, none of us are perfect, but like, like I said, more life. Career goals and manifestation. Whatever it is that you want to do with yourself, as far as career wise, get it done. It was this quote that was like, at one point you need to stop planning and start doing. Literally. Take time to plan, but don't procrastinate, because that's one thing that I do, especially like with YouTube and stuff like that, and being a content creator. It gets hard because like some days you just don't feel motivated, you don't feel like doing it. Push through it. I promise, anything that you do, if it's meant for you, you're going to do great things. You're gonna do it. Like, if it's meant for you and you really have a true passion, feel like you really can get it done, you're gonna get it done. Honestly, keep God there at all times. Pray over everything that you do before you even do it, and allow God to kind of cover you. He will help you to figure out, like, if this something that's for me, is it something that's for me not. Speak things into existence. Like, before you start something, oh, I just noticed when to take off. Like, I just noticed when it is good, you know? Sometimes you can't let people know what it is that you're trying to do, and I learned this the hard way. Don't ever let someone know what you got planned until you halfway done with it, or it's already established. Because a lot of the times when people see what you got going on, they see that you going somewhere, your career starting to take off, that business, that freaking LLC that you got going on. Once they see that, they're going to speak down. You never know who's speaking down on you. You never really know who's looking at you in a way, like, you know, in a way to get at what you trying to get to. So best thing I can say is move in silence, and honestly keep people around that you know that you can trust, especially when it's coming to your career goals or anything that's important like that. Keep great people around you. You not finna just say, oh, I want this and it's finna come. Like, you can pray, you can manifest, but after those prayers and after that manifestation needs to come hard work, you know? So just speak stuff up into existence. Do what you gotta do. Surround yourself around supportive people. And I know that's hard. Sometimes it's gonna be days where you gotta be your own supporter, and that's a lot with me. Like, sometimes I have to push myself, because I know if I don't do it, no one else gonna do it. No one's gonna want nothing for you as bad as you're gonna want it for you, and that's how it should be. You should want anything that you go out into this world and put energy towards, you should want to come back 10 times better, tenfold. And so work hard. Whatever career goal, whatever it is that you want to do, starting YouTube, starting a business, starting a new job, do it. And if it's not for you, God will reroute you, and he'll find something that's better for you. More life. It's so much more in life, like I'm saying, and it's gonna be stuff that you want to freaking do that may not be what you thought it's gonna be. There's something out here for you. You just gotta work hard. Like, I spoke a lot about this kind of already. I personally have this thing where, like, I go back to my ex. We stop talking, we keep talking, we stop talking. Best thing that I can say, and kind of I can't really speak on it because it's something that I really need to learn myself as well. Set boundaries, because it's gonna come to a point where it's like, okay, we messing with each other now, and then we know we're gonna keep talking again, but I just don't want to deal with you right now. But like a couple of weeks later, like, I want to be with you. Wait, I'm tired of being with you. 2 months later, like, I miss you. Like, let's keep doing this. That's where it becomes toxic. Set a boundary, because it's kind of like, why am I keep going back and forth with you when I can be with someone or be with something that's stable? Put your pride aside. That's something that I have to do. Put your pride aside. Talk to them about it. Sometimes things that we trip about, sometimes things that we think about and having anxiety over thinking makes it even harder, because any little thing you just overthinking, that's a big deal. That's probably really not a big deal. Me, I need to speak for myself. Talk about it, and if y'all both come to an agreement where it's just like something that y'all both need to dead, then dead it. Like, if it's really that toxic or it's really that draining onto the both of you guys, and it's to the point where y'all can't communicate, y'all really shouldn't even be together. Like, communication can be definitely hard in a relationship, especially when it's coming to like exes or like breaking up and stuff like that. But if y'all can't communicate to the point where y'all can come to some level of understanding, then y'all really shouldn't just, I don't see the whole point of like continuing that. Until you get that feeling, you'll get that feeling. I can't really tell you when or how. It's just It's something that happens. Sometimes we get so like attached to someone and so attached to the feeling of being with them, hurting other people's feelings. That's one thing too with getting over an ex, because it's kind of like, you know, you're not gonna stop messing with your ex, but you are still trying to personally get over it yourself. So you're gonna start trying to talk to other people and do other stuff and end up treating that person bogus just because you miss your ex. And that's really so freaking unfair and so green, and that's something that I need to tell myself, because people don't deserve that. So really get over it and get over that shit for real, and not be trying to force yourself to do it, because then you're gonna start bleeding on people that didn't even cut you, you know, all because you personally didn't get over something. Trust issues. Now see, I have trust issues bad, and honestly that's not really, I can't tell y'all to get over it. Like, trust issues, people have trust issues for different reasons. Sometimes the stuff that you're thinking about or the things that you're tripping about trust wise is really like not that deep, but because you have trust issues, it's making you feel that way. Keep your guard up in a sense of helping yourself to not be hurt, but also know when to let it down, because sometimes you can run into someone who's golden, who's actually really good and there for you, but because your trust issues coming in the way, you don't want to deal with it. And that could be like a sucky thing, because it's kind of like right person, wrong time. But you can't really help how you feel, especially like with past situations. Try not to let the past and other things that happen in your life reflect or put in position of things that can happen in the future. Sometimes you're just gonna have to take that risk. Like, am I gonna keep freaking dwelling on something that happened years ago and miss out on so many opportunities, or take that risk? I may get hurt again. That might boost my trust issues 10 times more, but at least I tried, you know? So really with trust issues, all it is taking chances. Overcoming anxiety and depression. I'm someone who struggled with both of these. The best thing that you can do is honestly just observe the type of mental state you're in and observe how you feel in that situation. No one can tell you what you should be depressed about, what you shouldn't be depressed about, what you should be worried about. No one can tell you that. A lot of this time in this generation is something hard to talk about, because people tend to overlook it or make it downplay it as if it's not a like serious thing. Once you notice like great stuff about yourself and like start learning about yourself and loving yourself a lot more, it'll be easier to overcome depression. A lot of times depression comes from stuff that we can't control, and you just got to take time for yourself honestly and just try your best to focus on a positive. Anxiety, I have that bad. Like, I have a really worrying problem. Like, someone can text me, Kaylin, I'm gonna respond with the quickness. What's up? What happened? What happened? Something bad happened? That's exactly how I am. And it sucks to live that way and feel that way, because it's like every little thing you have to kind of live on edge, all because you have anxiety. And it happens. I be getting freaking nervous. I start shaking, stomach start hurting. And the best thing you can do is just, I don't know, focus on a positive and like try your best. That's really a hard topic to talk about, because that's something that I personally deal with myself. That's something that I would need to like try to get more knowledge on before trying to tell y'all what to do, you know? Society's opinions and expectations. Freak what society thinks. Freak what society makes good, perfect, known, better, great. Forget that. No one cares about society's expectations. Love yourself. If that means staying off of Instagram, staying off of TikTok, staying off of YouTube, if that's exactly what that means, then do so. Do whatever you need to do to be confident with yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. And don't look at these freaking influencers and YouTubers and all of these people who doing all of this stuff with their bodies or all of this stuff with their face. And I'm not trying to say nothing's wrong with that, because people have their own view of how they want themselves to look or how they want themselves to be. But don't ever let that downplay the way that you are naturally. Nothing's wrong with you. You are beautiful, natural, and you don't need to change anything about yourself. If you skinny like me, you a skinny pick. Everybody call you a toothpick, a twig. Be that twig then. You don't need to go get nothing done. You don't need to do nothing with your body. If you want a thicker side, got a little booty, then stay thick. And that's period. love yourself, and don't ever let nobody tell you how to feel or how you need to look, what you need to do, what you need to wear. Put on what makes you happy. People on social media really be having it backwards. Like, people can live however they want to live. Before this Instagram stuff started even getting all of that important, before people started getting their teeth done, their booty done, their boobs done, all of this, it was natural people. You know, we are still natural people. Like, minus all of that, we are still natural. And like I'm saying, ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't ever let what you see other people doing, especially on social media, dictate how you feel about yourself. Unsupportive peers. I personally feel like this is something that I can speak on because it's something that I dealt with the most. Where I'm from, I'm born in Miami, of course. That's home, but I've lived in Jacksonville most of my life. Living here, I haven't really got that close with a lot of people, or like know a lot of people on a personal level. Like, yeah, people might know me from social media, like, oh, she go to school, she go to that school, like stuff like that. But I haven't got to the point where like I know a lot of people. And the thing about where I'm from is people really won't support you until they notice that it's popular to support you. And that's like the worst thing in the world. Like, someone can know that you is really on your junk. They can notice that you really doing your junk. Like, they will undercoverly support you and never let you know. People who probably don't even watch my videos, probably don't even subscribe, people who don't even do that be in my DM asking me what they supposed to do with YouTube, how to deal with YouTube. I haven't got a good job, I haven't got none of that, but you asking me how to do something. That's where I learned to become my own consultant, especially when it comes to YouTube and stuff that I want to do, because a lot of people are not going to support you. Like, and some people really do support you but will never let you know. And that's like the weirdest thing to me. Like, you undercoverly supporting my movement, like you really with what I'm doing for real, but you're not gonna let me know that. Okay, for whatever reason, it could be pride, it could be jealousy, it really could just be anything. People are not gonna always support you, and that's really what I learned. Like, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's people that you don't even know, people are not going to support you, because sometimes people will not support you until they notice that it's popular to support you. People will overlook the rawest person, the most genuine person for someone who's known. Like, especially where I'm from, Florida, that's really a lot of what we deal with. Like, if you ain't really known, if you ain't popping like that, people will overlook you. And people can consider me known, but personally, I don't really consider myself known where I'm from. A lot of the people that I interact with support-wise for my YouTube are people who don't even live in my own city. Things that I've seen in my city or whatever, like big rappers and stuff who got famous out of my city, it's like, the moment someone get famous and stuff, y'all hating on them. Like, this boy, I'm sure y'all know him, Cupid or whatever. He is from Jacksonville, whatever, and he got like real big on TikTok, and like I really like support him, and I mess with, like, you know, his videos and like stuff like that. And it was this one post, it was like, if I see that Cupid X on my timeline one more time, we gonna have a problem. Or if y'all keep reposting him, it was some hating behind junk like that. And it's just like, people in your city, like, this boy is from your city, he made it out, and he from where you from, you know, done been through probably some of the same things that you've been through, and experienced the same thing that you've been through culture wise, and you hating on him because he freaking made it out. That is like, once I saw that, I was like, that's really like an eye-opener for me. The best thing I can say about that is, don't deal with unsupportive people, and like I said, keep God close, because whatever is in your path and is meant to happen for you will happen for you. And support other people, because I promise, clap for other people when it's their turn, because your time will come. A lot of time people block their blessings and become jealous and stop liking people that they really should be learning from. Like, the people that you really should be looking up to or taking advice from, you're so busy feeling intimidated by that you don't like them, and they could probably be a positive outlet for you. I'm not really someone who goes fishing out for support, and that's why I am so thankful for the people who do, for the people who tell me like, oh, they support me. Even little things as watching my videos. You don't even have to repost for real. Like, I have 2 friends on my hand that I know, like, I never ever have to ask them to repost anything. Once I know I'm reposting a promo for my video, they're the first people to repost it. Cam, Naeem, thank you guys so much for that, and that means so much to me because we live in a jealousy and very unsupportive world. Like, you know, a lot of hating and like egregiousness, especially when someone is doing something great. And that's something that I've never really been a part of, and I pray all the time to keep people away from me that think like that or even have that kind of mindset, because I don't want nobody around me who's thinking like that, especially with what I'm trying to do. I thank you guys so much for the people who are supportive, because support is something that doesn't come a lot. And like, be mindful of the people who always on tabs with what you got going on but never support you. Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, like I seen your video, like you was talking about this, you was talking about that. Thank you for watching it, but like, are you subscribed? You like my video, or like you just watching to see what I got going on? I don't know. Undercover support can be really weird, because like, it's like you supporting, but like, how am I supposed to know what kind of support that is? Like, every support or all the attention that you get ain't always good attention. So I would just say, watch out for people who like, they always on your movement but never really supporting you for real. And that's like the scariest thing, because it could be the closest people to you, closest people around you, people who you think that's supporting you for real, really not. And that's really something scary, and that's something that I pray about all the time and make sure that I keep freaking praying about, because that's something that, honestly, that you can't even help. You never really know who wishing on your downfall, but unsupportive peers, don't deal with them. Once you notice some fluke or some weird shit going on, dead it. But y'all, I am so freaking tired of talking, and I feel like I've been talking for a longest. Like, I'm looking at this thing, and every video that I've like every clip that I have is like freaking 20 minutes. So I know we finna be doing a lot of freaking editing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, for commenting, for interacting with me as much as possible. I will always remain humble, and I will always work hard and try my best to deliver what you guys want to see. Y'all honestly are like my supporters, and I love you guys. If you're not already following me on Instagram, then follow me on Instagram at Kaylin Diane. Follow me on TikTok at Kaylin Diane. Subscribe here on YouTube at Kaylin Diane if you're not already. Let me know what you guys think of this video, or what kind of videos you guys want to see. And without further ado, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know y'all, I'm sure y'all tired of me talking, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.